This is Chuggin. We're coming again. Here in the House of Hades. Escape attempt number 54. And he's been here the whole time. We've got the bow. We're going to take the Charon thing because all we're doing is trying to level stuff up. And Heat 0 has already been achieved. Heat 1, we've got one more bounty to get. So we're going to give them extra HP and get to it.
Go wrong.
Daedalus bow, promising potentially. Alright, so special piercing foes. No, explosive shot. This is the way to go.
There we go.
And now if we get just basically anything with it, it'll be good. And importantly, we won't have to learn how to shoot. And that'll serve us well. So basically anything on the shot will be great. We're angling for Poseidon, not just because I'm obsessed, but because his boons are, broadly speaking, very, very good for that, because that will get a knockback on it, and crowd control is the best control.
We are the sum of all decisions that we make and that are made for us.
Guess here, so huge backstab damage. We're using the bow, so we're not going to do that. Here we will get hurt for attacking, but get way better boons for the rest of the game. I could have re-rolled those for like damage, but we'll go for boon quality. And I'll just try to remember to play like I normally do and not use the attacks. It should be okay. We only have to do it a few times. And right now the HP is relatively low on our foes, so we'll be able to get through with traditional methods easy enough.
Can't do that. I'm empty. Easy. Not yet.
Well, you know, it's not going fast, but it's working. And when it finally works, we're going to get like really good boons for the rest of the run, which is very exciting. And hey, there's our dream, the Poseidon boon here to kick it off. And if we get it on the attack, then that'll be great. We'd also, you know, be happy for the dash. I might actually spend my reroll if none of them are good, because there's so many great Poseidon boons we could get.
I can't.
Even on the special would be fine, although we will theoretically want a different one on the special for synergy. Deflection would be very excellent, just because it'll smooth things over with the run in a huge way, but we'll just have to figure out.
I could have sworn you made it to the surface recently, and yet you're all the way back there again. Must be some sort of terrible monstrosity preventing your way out.
And Poseidon thought we were getting out. Alright, so dash, attack. Alright, so here we'll just take the attack because it's epic. Yeah. Leading into Poseidon Dash is a route to fantastic victory. But we're going to try to take this. You know, we could still get a Poseidon Dash from any of the other ones, right? And better to take the higher rarity thing. I can't take advantage of the fact that my attack will be quite good for the rest of the run, though. Because right now it is disempowered by my agreement with Chaos. But after this room, we will become instead empowered, and then we'll get our better boon rarities. So
The curse of chaos.
there we go. The curse of chaos has been lifted, and now we can freely move about the country. We will buy some treasure because passives are important, even if they're just cosmetic ones. If we can help out Medusa, that will be a job well done. So, alright, yes, marvelous. Now all we need to do is get a couple more boons for the tie-in, but it's already huge, huge damage. And the knockback is considerable, so if we get Rupture, if we get Wall Knock, if we get any of the amazing Poseidon boons. That's all we're going for here. Maybe I used to be a Demeter main, but now I'm a Poseidon main. Alright, here we're going to go for Athena. If we get the Athena dash, marvelous. The Athena special would be fine too. Many of the Athena abilities have been praised by people I know, but that went rather well.
There must
Not
be
great,
some
but rather well.
unconquerable force or foe awaiting you just at the border of your realm and ours. We cannot even see it through a shroud of darkness there. I shall make certain that your family knows it may take considerable time to surpass. So fear
Athena's
not.
just running
We'll
interference
be
for us for
patient
not being
here.
good. I mean, I did get out last run, but here, special to deflect. We might take the cast, just because any other cast we get that's an improvement will then become even better. I like her. No, we're going to take the deflection. Maybe the epic cast would have been good. Maybe her cast is good for us, but I quite like the idea of just doing this and getting deflection on the witches, because it'll make a lot of things easier when our casual move also very, very well protects us. And here we're going to be able to get an upgrade to either one of these, which is great because that's, more damage for whichever.
There's more.
And my amazing deflection already paying wonderful dividends. I'm proving it by using it more than I otherwise would have to in order to prove how good of a choice it was. We'll take bonus damage. Logic here is that the Q, more damage on the special shouldn't be that influential, whereas more damage on a primary attack could scale nicely with other stuff, theoretically. And these over gems any old hour, any old time. Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
Get out.
And I'm finally using the bow the way that it's supposed to be used. I think if I could just get exploding shot, because I'm really bad, right? So I have to have the exploding shot or it doesn't work. All right, Death Defiance for greatly increased damage to the encounter. That is the way to go.
Who's it going to be? Think I know.
And we got Tizzy again. I don't need to stand still that much, even if I think it'll give me a shot. Oh yeah, that's spicy. 600 damage on the crit there. This is a nice strong build here, It's already doing the work. We just gotta get this fight in, and there we go. Easy peasy. I love the bow. I just need to be a wise archer rather than an impetuous dasher. No, we just need a better dash, and then we could be an impetuous dasher too. The build is really got a good setup here. It just remains to be seen how we're going to get with it. All right, so we could buy this. We've leveled up the Charon thing, so now it'll last for 12 encounters. I actually think this is worth it just for like how much easier it's going to make it, but greed is better.
Should be useful.
So we're going to take the greed. We're going to get an upgraded boon, and it's going to give us something like heroic or legendary, and we're going to be totally justified in doing this. Ideally, we would have been able to buy both, but of course, too broke.
This heat.
Dionysus boon. The Dionysus cast is pretty fine. The Dionysus call is pretty meh. We'd probably be hoping for like a passive. Like his very broed out passive where you just like you're very chill. Oh right, those things can't be dashed through. But the bow's treating me really good here. Hi, Drifter. Good morning. How are you on this fine day? Alright, so here we go. After party could be good, but here we get nectar to life gain max. So here's the pomegranate boost. There's the max gain. We get another level of Tempest Strike, which is excellent. And although the pomegranate is good here, Hermes could blow it wide open. We could get the sturdy dash. We could get extra dashes. We could get attack speed. And we still do have a reroll, and it might be worth using here. We got a Thanatos fight. I think we'll be able to beat him.
What do you say we deal some death? All of you, prepare to die again. Excluding me, I hope. Hold it right there. What now? Life is short.
Aw, he cheated. I don't think we're going to beat him this time.
Say goodnight.
When it's people with tons of hit points, it's considerably harder for me to get the kill on them. We need little guys with little hit points, not pig guys that require evasion. Because you know the thing about Thanatos is he doesn't have to worry about his health bar. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this. We're still gonna try valiantly, you know. I think you still get some gold.
Any last words?
Yeah, we get trucked.
That's all of them.
We lose 8-4. Embarrassing.
Anyway, here.
All right, here we'll take the sturdiness on the dash. 5 seconds, you know, or
Back here, Zach.
0.5 seconds.
You made it out.
I didn't make it out. I died.
I had to come back.
You know,
And
again.
Not exactly voluntarily. I'll be visiting up there from time to time, though it looks like I'll be staying here.
Visiting from time to time. I don't understand.
It's my mother. She's alive and well. It's just that I can't stay with her up there for very long, so we'll have to catch up one visit at a time.
I see. Well then, that's good. That's good because it means that I won't have to track you down up top. Because between us, I can only take so much of it up there.
I know what you mean.
Alright, Charon or money? Well, we don't have the money for boons, so Charon it is. We're due a trove or two, but maybe I've just been missing them. I hate these little Hydra things. It'll be alright. That went okay. We get money. There's got to be a trove. Nope, there's not. There doesn't have to be anything. It's just a big room where there doesn't have to be anything. Athena boon or Ares boon? We're taking Athena. Gorgon down. It's actually going to be really annoying to kill him. No, he doesn't have that much HP. It'll be alright. But we'll probably only be able to get, yeah, the one arrow in on him. No, yeah, we'll...
Not now.
There we go. Not too tricky. And another Athena boon. Our fiction abilities to deflect make them exposed. Yes. I mean, it's not the best, but we might as well get it.
And we're off.
Sometimes we're going to backstab people. And the other ones, we're not losing our Poseidon primary. We're just not. It is too beloved and wonderful. Too beautiful.
I'm empty.
To ever
Come get shot.
be placed elsewhere. Yeah, it's like the Scorgons. Oh, no. They home in a little bit. I need to be more mindful of that. I thought I had dodged them, but they, I got hit by the curvature on the rebound. There we go.
Delicious.
And we'll take more damage on the primary. Not because it's a huge boost, but because the other ones, I feel like it's just less important to the functioning of those skills. And we get... You ready to see here? So, do we take increased rarity on things? We could have her upgrade the rarity on 2 boons, but I think...
Sure don't
Yeah.
see a lot of other nymphs around here.
I've never met another nymph now that you mention it. Heard of a few. The goddess
I didn't mean to
Artemis
cut her off
seems like
again.
she spends more time with nymphs than the other Olympians.
That's what I heard. Though it's not like we all hang out. I mean, you've got the dryads and the naiads and the nereids and the oceanids. Pretty much every type of terrain up top, there's a kind of nymph who loves it. Maybe we need a name for underworld nymphs too.
I do have a poem called Triad, and one called Naiad, but not one for the other ones. We'll take the upgraded rarity on the next boons, so we should be hoping to get like something really, really good, like heroic or legendary pulls, because we've got upgraded rarity from Chaos, we've got the Eurydice upgraded rarity. We're just going to bash through there. All right, so unfortunately the Ares boon will be there. Give me the aid. All right, so we get the call. It's only rare, but it's still real good. And we're going to buy a pomegranate and the darkness. Yes, we're going to buy pomegranate and the darkness. 17% more damage, just 4% more damage on this next level on Tempest Strike. Yeah, we'll take the flourish, I guess.
Mine.
We've already talked enough to Charon. We would have to give him Nectar, and I want to save it for Patroclus, certainly. And there are figures that I need to level up first. And we are here for the Learny fight again. We don't have a good cast, but that shouldn't stop us from using a cast. Oh, yes, it's this Hydra. The deflection one is very good against this Bone Hydra, but really if you have the bow, you don't have a lot to worry about from the Hydra. All you need to do is be able to deal with the heads in some semi-efficient manner, and you'll always be fine.
Not yet.
That's too many free hits. There's a lot of them all doing the same abilities for the summons, which are pretty annoying because I don't have that much like immediate wave clear. It's more like a little bit of setup. But here we'll just do the Ares call, get invulnerable, chomp these last two heads, just because it's just as easy to kill the Hydra at any old time, any old hour. We're heading into Elysium next. Is the build good enough? Do we have the damage? We've got some damage, and we have the deflection. I think we'll be fine. You know, obviously there's space for a lot of improvement in the build, but there's, you know, many more boons to get. We've got our health. The setup of the build is very strong though. We've got the exploding arrow for massive damage, and then the Poseidon pushback. We just need a little bit of love to pull it all together, and I think we're gonna get that love by wearing the conch shell here. It'll level up after 5 encounters, and it'll also increase the Poseidon's rarity that we'll get from his boons coming forward. So we should be able to get at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and really pull it all together, I hope. We still have our dice reroll. We will take the pomegranate over the money. No, we will take the money over the pomegranate. For the money could be anything. It could even be a pomegranate. No, we'll assume that after long enough in Elysium, we'll be able to... We'll be able to find a Charon shop and then just spin both of them. So we're hoping for Boon City. We're hoping for all of the dreams to come true in an average amount of time. We're hoping to not realize that our build can't really deal with these butterfly balls too quick. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll have trouble with the butterfly boss. But I guess, you know, not every build is good at everything. We use the Ares call for a brief moment. Doesn't really influence much. There are Trove in here. Nope, nope. Alright, money over the heart. Yes. Because money could potentially like buy us a nectar or something at some point, and that would be even better than a heart. We have to remember that nectar is the equivalent of a heart plus the pomegranate, so any room with a nectar we would take over a boon unless it's like, you know, a very potentially lovely and fortuitous boon. We really just need the wall knock tie-ins, and then this build's going to be wonderful. Of course, we don't have a dash, we don't have a cast boon, so there's some good ones and some bad ones and some just generic ones that we'd accept if we find them, but we're hoping for, you know, the old standards. Yeah, I think the bow's very good when you have the knockback at keeping the chariot kicked back at least. Alright, so the shop. Attack for 30% damage. Ah, man. What a terrible time.
That does not belong to you.
We want to save it just because, so when we get through this, and we will, when we get through this, crystals first. we should get slightly more money. Then we can go to Charon and hopefully buy a couple of things. Not a great result. No, maybe they don't give money at all, because we still have 274.
Now to collect.
Charon or pomegranate? The moment of truth. We'll go to Charon. The pomegranate's fine, but our boons aren't really benefiting that much from it. So here we go. Dionysus. Cast a Festive Fog. Not least because it's good, but also, so the stuns will keep them in place when we toss them around. Alright, this room's about to get really out of control, and I just need to focus on trying to kill the big butterfly ball and not doing all this other stuff. Also, not dying. I need to focus on not dying. We'll see how that works.
Better handle that butterfly ball.
Alright, butterfly ball taken care of. Now we just have a full room of these elites to deal with, which should be easy, right? Wrong! Oh, there's an archer over there. Of course there is. Right when I thought we were going to get away with it. No, we've got 22 hit points. Now we have 2. There's no way we're getting out of this with our stocks intact. Alright, now we got the Ares Greater Call, and now we might get out of it with our stocks intact. We'll clip all 3 of these right here. And there's still an archer over this way, yes. But we know that he's here. Please miss me. What? How? How? He just, like, pivoted around. Alright, awesome. And this is why I need the Poseidon Dash. If I had the Poseidon Dash, this all would have been fine. Please give me the dash. Oh, and this guy went into the body. Of course he did. What a agonizingly long boss fight.
Lord Poseidon. In the name of Hades.
Alright, so here we go. We'll get the dash. The boots with the knockaway also rupturing. I mean, that's really good, but we need this dash more than that, I think. Daedalus Hammer would be hoping for anything that increases attack, or that gives us like Pierce on the special. How is that not all of them?
He's fully recovered.
I was like, that's right, I got the dash. I need to remember that the dash is a good thing for medium HP enemies to make them no HP enemies. And also a good way to create a little bit of distance. Alright, so now the room should be over. Now the room should be over. We get our Daedalus Hammer. Attack, firing 3 shots in a spread pattern. Yeah.
Deadlier than ever.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be awesome. We won't purge any of these because it's not worth the money, I don't think. Alright, so no money. Is there a fishing spot here? There is a fishing spot here. Let us fish in Elysium.
Fishing time. I missed.
Alright, I needed to let it bite the bobber a little more.
Right swords. Can't do that. He's trying to respawn.
Yeah, this is awesome. Now I don't need to shoot at all because between, or rather aim at all, I still need to shoot. But not having to aim is a reward absolutely all of its own. Like, it's just the best thing. And that's right, I have the fog to create distance anyway. It stuns, so yeah, this is shaping up to be a great build for wave clear. I just need to remember to do all of it at a time. Alright, and we'll take the Dionysus Athena War Boon because, well, because of course we will.
Whichever god I don't pick won't be pleased.
So here we go. We haven't got this one yet, so it's important that we do it. High tolerance. It might be our final one for the prophecy.
I thought we...
And she's going to act all salty about it because the gods all throw fits. That's like their way. Alright, so they're all shield guys, so I need to figure out how I'm supposed to deal with that. Alright, there we go. We managed to get them all with one shot somehow. There will be one beyond this. Yeah, here's our next level. But it won't be all shieldy boys this time, so we'll be in better shape. Athena's so chill when she's mad at you, you know, she really just makes it harder for you. Alright, so here we go. 3 seconds longer for Impervious after dying. Yeah, and we get our use returned, which is the real other thing that we're looking for. Cast for 50% damage, meh. Yes, alright, so there's a Patroclus door here. We're going to be able to get the thing for...
Alive, I thought you were invincible. I knew of no one, nothing stronger, other than the love we shared. Was I deceived in thinking this of you, of us?
Maybe Patroclus is thinking that Achilles could have just come down to Tartarus with him, and then they could have been together. And he's lamenting that Achilles thought he wanted a better life. But we're going to give him some nectar.
You owe me neither time nor generosity, and certainly not this. But if you truly have no better use for it...
It's not a matter of oh, sir. Please open your mind to the possibility, nay, the fact that there are those who care about your well-being.
So, how's Achilles doing lately, stranger? I figured you could tell me since you've all this access to him, and I don't.
He's forced to do my father's bidding, and sworn to secrecy, apparently. I don't pretend to fully understand, but all in all, I think he's doing well. I hope you'll see him for yourself.
You don't fully understand, but hope. I see. Well, if you do get to the bottom of this little mystery at some point, you'll indulge me, won't you?
I'll see what I can do about it, sir.
Alright, so we could either get a bunch of life back or do a ton more damage. So we'll do a ton more damage and hope to get life back in some other way. Hermes or Charon? This is tricky. Charon would let us buy, you know, 1.2 boons. We'll just do this because there'll probably be other opportunities to spend our money.
In the name of Hades.
And if we get like additional dashes... Do we reroll this? Because if we get more dashes or attack speed, that's going to be very massive boon. So here we go. Double dashes, greatest reflex. Even without the tie-ins for the dash, it's excellent. And we might be able to, you know, get another Poseidon boon or two before it's all over. Yes, me again!
It is as the king said.
Alright, that was a lot of hits that we took. And, wow, Theseus actually does melee attacks? I only ever see him block. It's probably because I run away. He probably has a much different behavior if you're... Oh, okay, yeah, he does use a spear. I'm always away from him, and he's always throwing it. It's like I should have known that he could actually do an attack. Oh, and he can charge, too. Alright, so apparently... I have no idea how this fight works. I just thought Theseus blocked and ran away, but apparently he's got like a whole thing that'll do if you don't run away. But here, yeah, the knockback into the wall slam, if we can get them on that, then... Alright, I lost another life. Man, I'm not gonna get out of here. I can't, Yeah, I think this build encourages me to stand still for any length of time, which will always make me die. I'm not good enough for a boss fight. Man, like literally 2 seconds. I'm not. Yeah, I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb to play this game with a weapon. I need to remember that everything is just casts and dashes, and get better tie-ins for that. Trying to use my weapon is bad, and I should feel bad. Ah, come on. I'm not even going to get out of this fight. Alright, so in conclusion, my build is terrible. I need to never ever take a build that involves my weapon, even if it seems like a good idea. Because what, am I going to get better at the game? No, I'm not. I'm going to lose, inexplicably, 3 lives in this fight.
You're next.
God, ridiculously bad play. Somehow I get out of it, but now I don't have any extra lives left. Which means I have to get through the Hades fight without dying.
Oh, I didn't see you coming.
Don't worry, won't be long.
Well, we'll take the Patroclus fight. We'll buy this rarity, and we'll just, you know, we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I have beat Hades without dropping a stock, but my build last game was a lot better than this one. But if we get a Rupture or a Wall Knock thing, really Rupture is what we're wanting. but unfortunately, all of these boons are not going to be too much help for us, but we'll just buy the Dionysus one now.
Aha! There you are,
Hey, a
man.
dual boon.
Dionysus showing you the ropes or what?
Oh, anyway, we're here, man. Wait.
Alright, so they would make all my boons better. However, who cares? We'll take 40%, 15% damage resistant here. Yeah, because, I mean, that boon would be good, but how many more boons are we going to find? Probably, you know, barely any. Take another level of dash.
If I were a satyr,
And yes,
wherever that
so we go to the Poseidon boon, and we hope...
be. You.
For Rupture, probably, yeah, Rupture is what we'll go in for, and not Walnut. But Walnut could potentially be fine. It's just a considerably worse build than the last one. After this, if it's not in here, we'll go to the Athena one and hope for another charge of Death Defiance. Really so that we can take advantage of 30% more damage after it cracks in the fight.
Die. That's one of their layers. Go clop your hooves in hell.
Alright, here we go. Boons with Knockaway Rupture. And both of these are fine, but we're going to take the Rupture. It's 75 DPS, and I think it'll make a difference on the trash mobs in these fights. But next up, we're taking the Athena boon, hoping for an extra life. Yeah, the Rupture already does nice damage, because the Rupture's like, every time you dash, then they move, and then they get hurt a lot. Not as much as I get hurt by taking this poison damage, but... So best case, we get no more damage here.
Tasty.
There's going to be a fountain. But best case, we get...
Wrong chamber.
Oh no, it's the little vermin guy again. Curses. We may not even win this fight. But, you know, the Dionysus Spoon might prove fine. Maybe our specific build is well equipped to do this fight without taking damage. It looks like we're doing okay. I don't even know what abilities he does, but I know we don't want to be around for him. Yeah, oh yeah, he's a real scurrying guy, but there we go. Now we get attack into the wall slam. And a nice clean kill on the vermin.
Ugh, that thing.
Alright, what do we get here? 90% trap reduced. Man, can't be stunned and resist some damage from bosses. I guess that's what we'll do.
What a team.
None of these are great for me, but we get a bunch of gold, and that's moderately good for me. Next up, we'll go to... Wait, examine this. It just lets me look at the tunnels. We'll go to the money. It's pretty annoying that we probably won't be able to get... Like, at this point, do we sell one of these? Do we sell all of them to buy a diamond? No, you have to try to get out. You can't just give up because you think you're bad. You have to die because you are bad.
Feels sick.
And this is awesome right here, because we, well, now it's not, because I'm on top of a trap, I guess, but we were in a space where our tripartite shot here was hitting all of the possible avenues, which just feels so good as an archer to have total area denial. But I have to remember that this trap will give poison again, so it's not going to be safe. But they are all in some trouble here. Alright, it's not over yet, Baby Blue. No, where's the fountain? Let me... I don't want to die here. I want to die somewhere else, in a more reputable place, against my dad.
I'll take it.
Really hoped we could have got the watery explosion, but you know, you cannot have everything. Sometimes you can't even have anything. But
Shot. Not yet. Vermin.
the best archery is when you hit targets that you can't even see and just believe are there, and then it says, hey, you win. I thought it was going to work. I think it did work, and these are just a new crop of the foes. You know, this is like a lot of enemies, but I guess it's here at the end of the game. I just thought the last wave would have been the last one.
Look what I found. Should be able to get back through here.
And now we'll be up to the last one. And we're hoping for this Charon well to have something nice for sale, like an extra life? No. Alright, so 6 encounters here. We'll buy both of these.
Should be useful.
And hope that there will be less than 6 encounters here so that we'll be able to take the increased stuff from this well into the Hades fight. But we'll see. Alright. Anything that we don't want to do that we could sell? Yes, so we can sell this Stealth Defiance thing because we're not going to be able to get more.
That's one less boon.
And I don't think it's going to let us buy, you know, the diamond, but it should still be something good. I would have settled for some HP, but...
Cerberus must be starving. Good enough to eat.
Alright. Massive increase in rupture damage is the way to go here. We drink from the fountain. It takes us only up to 255 HP. Alright, let's see. Let's see what kind of performance we can get here.
Just what I need.
More damage on everything.
Gods grant me strength.
Level 2 pomegranate, and now it's time to go fishing?
The widely feared.
No.
He has to eat.
The monster.
I owe you one, boy.
Cerberus bribed. It is bribery. And once more to the top. Feels good. You know, I don't know how this fight's gonna go. I do understand the Hades fight somewhat now, but I think this build is weaker than the last one we got out
Let us
with.
now commence this ugly business. Darkness. Yeah, boy. Darkness. Darkness. Darkness.
Ah, man, why'd I have to take that hit? Careless.
Darkness.
It's really important to get the ads down. That was a thing I didn't focus on in previous Hades fights, but I think you just need to make sure you don't get hit by these dumb things. And make sure you don't get hit by Hades. And make sure you don't get hit by the exploding skulls. I can't believe I didn't finish that off. Man, careless.
I'll not indulge such outbursts from you, boy.
And we get a mere 1,000 damage out of the Ares call.
Darkness.
Ah, man. No, it's one of the shielded dudes. These are like the hardest things for me to deal with in the whole game with this build. But it looks like maybe we're finishing them off, but now, yeah, we get popped by, oh man, they came back. There's no way I'm getting out of this. We're not even going to be able to get out of the first phase. Yep, there you go. Man.
Could have expected this result.
Yeah, I could have. Once again, a bad build gets exposed. I mean, if I had had my health,
Tough for an old man.
what really got exposed was my carelessness during the Theseus and the Minotaur fight, because we should have been able to get away with it. If we'd had 3 lives, you know, we would have been able to win that fight, but alas. It's all good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. And it's time for me to go to work, so I'll see you in 12 hours or whatever.